Friends and neighbors are sharing some insight on a Bradenton gunman who was killed in a standoff with Manatee County Sheriff's deputies.
Family members say Glenn Wattenpool was a veteran. On Thursday, he lost control, taking his mobile home park manager hostage for hours. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is live from Pescara Lake Mobile Home Park with what Wattenpool's neighbors have to say tonight. Jess.
Good evening, Haley and Scott. Several neighbors of the gunman, Glenn Wattenpool, say that he had been acting strange for the past couple of years. They say he became very paranoid and began stalking and harassing some of the people in the community. That's ultimately what led to his eviction and the events that unfolded yesterday. The hostage in a Bradenton standoff was back where it all happened Friday morning. Pescara Lake manager Mike Albaugh worked with deputies as they reenacted the 6-hour standoff, which deputies say is typical in a police-involved shooting. Deputies say Wattenpool was armed with a shotgun and handgun when he held Albaugh hostage inside of the clubhouse. Court documents show that 68-year-old Glenn Wattenpool was being evicted because he continued to harass, stalk, and make inappropriate accusations toward neighbors in the Pescara Lake community. During the standoff with deputies on Thursday, Wattenpool told law enforcement that the eviction and the, quote, rumors going around the neighborhood were why he did what he did, held the park manager hostage. He told deputies he wanted to be heard. Neighbors say while they're shocked by what happened, they've had several problems with Wattenpool in the past. Dave Rainier lived on the same block as Wattenpool.
Until about 2 to 2.5 years ago, he was a very pleasant man. We played golf. We had, he sat in my carport and we had, conversations.
But things changed.
He started thinking that people in the park were out to get him. He changed drastically. From calling me a friend and a neighbor, he started calling me nasty names.
The board at Pescara Lake documented several instances of Wattenpool's behavior, which they reported to management. The complaints include Wattenpool revving his motorcycle too loudly, circling homes with his car, and staring residents down. Last May, Wattenpool addressed the complaints in a letter to the park manager, the man he held hostage, Mike Albaugh. Wattenpool said he meant no harm or ill will to his neighbors and that he planned to contact his doctor at the VA for more help. In what he called an addendum to the original letter, Wattenpool goes on to say that he has never been arrested, promising to remain cordial to his neighbors. But neighbors say the behaviors continued, and ultimately, he was evicted.
Glenn was a nice guy. He just had some problems.
4 deputies who were involved in the shooting are on paid administrative leave while the investigation continues. I did talk to the park manager who was on scene earlier today. He said he's doing okay, but that he's not ready to make any public comment. He was treated at the hospital yesterday and released last night. In Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.